everyone, welcome again to my kitchen. Today we are making eggplant masala roast. And this has been our all-time favorite for any time of the snack, and this goes up in minutes and it is very easy to make as well. So there's just two steps for this. One is getting the eggplant ready and the next step is getting the stuffing ready. So that's pretty much it. Basically it's a topping, but we also call it stuffing because we have a process of making that, and this is a very famous Indian recipe. So come with me and join me and let's see how we can do this. For this recipe we need a large eggplant, not the Indian eggplant. This is like the non-Gmo kind of eggplant, and the fatter it is the better it is. But let's see how we can cut it. I'm just going to cut in the middle. Over here this has been freshly washed, and you want to make sure that you cut up to 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. You don't want it to be too thin. If it is too thin, it's going to burn, and if it is too thick, it is going to be hard to get steamed up. So here we go. Very simple, very easy. Just doing in two different shapes, 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. And I'm going to take this big one here. See, now this is a little slimy, but that's okay. But this is a little thick, so we have to slice it again. Just to show you guys the size of this. But I like it thin this way because it's very crispy. Here we go. I'm just going to place them in a good plate, and then let's see how we can do our stuffing. That is the step 2. Over here I have all the ingredients. I have the besan flour, and over here I have the red chili powder, salt, Celtic salt, and turmeric powder. And over here I have the cumin powder and black salt. It adds like a kind of a sour pungent taste. And over here is the thyme and oregano and Egyptian basil. These add as a very good seasoning to just mix into our stuffing. And let's get started. I have my bowl here, and just going to pour the ingredients. Going to give it a good mix. Anytime you work with besan, you always want to make sure that it is lump free. That's very important. We don't want lumps in our stuffing. And this has to be a very thick mixture. You can also go ahead and add cumin seeds or coriander powder. So you can play it around with masala powder as well. And you can put fresh methi leaves if you like. But it has to be finely minced. And now I'm just going to give it another whisk, and I'm going to pour my water very, very slowly. We don't want it to be runny. It has to be very thick. Okay, this is the consistency of your stuffing. It is just like a bhaji dough, but it has to be really thick. So it's easy to do our stuffing, and it is like a patty that we're going to mix it in. The first step is I have the eggplant that has been cut, and over here I'm just going to dip it in water really nicely. Then I'm just going to dip it in this one, like that. Okay, so I just moved my whole setting into my cooking place. The reason being is it's so quick that we can make it and transfer it into my pan over here. So as you can see, I have dipped it in and just kept it there for a minute, and then I have greased my pan with oil. And over here I'm just going to go start putting them in, and this is how it looks. So just put it in and then keep going again. Dip it in water and then dip it in your Very simple and easy. You want to go gently, you don't want to break your eggplant rounds. Dip it in. Going to pour some oil on the sides. That way it's crispier. You just want to wait a little bit before you pour your oil. You don't want to do it in the beginning because it's going to sputter and hard to work with. Like that. Yeah, you just have to wait until it's golden brown. And a little bit of oil in here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and flip it. As you can see, it looks very roasty. I'm just waiting for that to become medium brown. I'm just going to move a little bit here. And then I'm going to start making another batch of this. First, you may want to grease it a little bit, but not too much oil. Alright, it is ready. I'm just going to transfer into my plate. Beautiful. And I'm just going to go ahead and make another batch and I'll be back. I'm just going to show one more time. Yes. This is a thin batter, as you can see. Really thin batter. So, but it still tastes really yummy because it all depends on your spices and whatnot you have added in there. But see how you get very less gravy on here, and then it's going to overflow over here. So that's the only problem with the runny stuffing. Other than that, it tastes really great. I'm just going to go ahead and turn this one and put it in my plate. Now work out with that. And you can just go ahead and then place it here like that, and then you can also put this on top. If you're not comfortable rolling like that, you can paste it like that. Just the last piece, I didn't want to waste this one. So it's going to be extra crispy because it has very limited stuffing here. Alright, it is ready and I'm just going to transfer into my plate. Beautiful. This is the one that we used less stuffing, but it's still crispy there over here. There are many stuffings that you can use for your eggplant. We used a besan base, but mostly many recipes they handle with egg, milk, or even breadcrumbs. But I don't use any of that, except we can use breadcrumbs because we have the video of making our own breadcrumbs. If you viewed that video, definitely do view that, because if you want an alternative for your besan stuffing, you can always use your breadcrumbs. Alright, here we go. Our eggplant masala roast is ready, and it is very crispy at this point and hot as well. This forms a great snack, and you can also give it for the lunchbox idea if your kids are really picky about some food, and this is something that they can really crunch it all up. And we used very limited amount of oil, so it is really a very limited amount of cholesterol as well. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel.